I'm Leslie.
And I'm Shelley.
And we're
Sisters in Ebert.
Welcome back for another Movie Monday.
Little Lady Day.
3 men and a little lady. 1990.
Yes, a beautiful sequel.
Yeah, and what year was the first one?
87.
87. So that's an appropriate time for a sequel.
Time has come by.
Yeah.
Although Mary's older.
It doesn't add up because she was 6 months old in the 1987 one, and she's like 5 years old in this one.
Yeah, she's starting kindergarten, right? Like that's the whole thing.
Yeah,
okay, so,
she should be like 3. That was the only issue. Is it in the future? Let us know.
We'll never know.
Was that one in the past? What was it?
Maybe, perhaps.
So, we opened to Michael painting a new mural that was at the end of the first movie. And it's a montage of the family moving from the penthouse apartment to a brownstone as Mary is now around 10 months old.
Yes.
Because I just gathered that because they're like having her they're still holding her, but they're like putting her up the steps to the counter and then they're walking with her.
She was doing. Yeah, like she's like learning to walk. I can't remember the song. I can't play it in my head right now. Yes. I don't know the words.
Oh, did I write it down? Yes. Always Thinking of You by Donna DeLore.
Always thinking of you.
If you got a feeling or something, all that I'm thinking. We got to believe that it's true. Hey, baby. In big ways and small ways, I'm always thinking. Okay.
We've established
so
that.
it's a montage.
Okay. They're moving. That's all you need to know.
They love montages in these movies, which I think gave me the birth of my love of montages in movies.
I love a good montage.
I love a
too.
montage.
We skip ahead, we get the action and then we move on.
And so she's around 10 months and then around 1 year and continues growing, trying purees, walking, and potty training.
All the firsts.
Yeah. As Michael's mural grows in Mary's room, and the adults are also shown growing in their careers, and like Sylvia is on Broadway. It looks like, yeah,
she's a successful actress. I should say she was an actress before, but an unsuccessful.
Yes. Mary is called to breakfast after the montage is over, but is looking for her red shoe, and she brushes Peter's mustache, a nice Tom Selleckian mustache.
It didn't occur to me why you were wearing the Bob's Burgers.
Yeah, that's why.
Now I know.
Linda is obsessed with Tom Selleck. And when she dies, she wants to throw her ashes in his face. We know. Throw your ashes in Tom Selleck's face. Sylvia struggles with cooking and getting ready for an interview at kindergarten is I guess what they're all preparing for.
Like a private school, fancy. Peter
is very involved with Mary and Sylvia's lives. Jack is late for the interview and shows up dressed as Dracula for a commercial shoot. He says he's going to be serious and then he shows up. But you're an actor, it's New York City. I'm sure they've...
Right.
This is a private school. I'm sure they have other parents.
And you just walk in and say, oh, sorry, I came from a shoot. Yeah. And they understand. They're not like, oh, this dude just dresses
but
this
they did it. This one,
did.
Oh! It's like there's one lady.
Horrified that he looks this way.
And they liked, what's his face? Is Michael's cartoon. I just love that cute kitten. He's a cat. He's
he's trying to make it seem like
because he's a satirist,
more important
not a cartoonist.
And he's they're just like, oh, it's adorable.
Yeah. Mary draws a picture of her unconventional family, and the kids and the school think the arrangements may be problematic. I said, in New York City? ?
In the 90s, New York in the 90s had everybody.
Yeah.
This was the first time you had a family that wasn't a mother, a father, and a child.
I call shenanigans on that
too. And they're like, oh, okay.
Well, it might be a problem. She's getting to the age where any difference could be a problem. Okay, so let's make everybody be the same.
Right. Just explain everybody has different families.
Everybody has different families.
But again,
kind of back, but we were more in a less urban area, but still I don't know. I don't buy this
either. And it's really easy to say to a kid, especially that young.
Yeah.
And to all the kids in the class too, everybody has different families.
Some people. Well, remember in Mrs. Doubtfire, they even say some just live with a grandmother or a grandfather, some with an aunt and uncle, or some with other adults.
I'm pretty sure there's a Mr. Rogers episode where it's different families. Yeah. Everybody's different, and it's fine. Yeah. We all love each other. We're all the same in some ways.
As long as there's love, dearie.
Mrs. Doubtfire's coming. Save these
Okay.
beautiful accents for another day.
Oh, they'll be back. School psychologist warns that differences may prevent Mary from fitting in.
Good.
Yeah.
These rich snobs I don't think she wants to be part of.
Mary gets into the school and laments being different, but Jack tells her that being different is okay. Well, I'm different. Yeah, I know. She's like, yeah, you are different. He's like, well, people say I'm different. You are different. Well, that's all right. Yeah. But it is kind of funny the way she goes, that's my biological daddy, and that's my other bonus daddy, and that's my other bonus daddy.
Did she
We all
like,
live together.
Like a half dad?
I don't
Didn't
know.
she say something like a
weird.
half father?
Yeah.
I don't know. She explains it in odd terminology.
Okay.
The teacher just glosses over that.
At lunch, Mary asks for a penis and learns what that is. And Peter panics that she's growing up. Like, okay.
Is it him that he starts to like do the...
Well, the reproductive organ.
Right, like goes into this whole science book spiel.
And we're going to go wash our hands.
It wasn't Michael like, what did you practice?
Yeah, he's like, did you have that just in the canon? What's going on? It was like a textbook.
Right, it was like he just spat it out verbatim from somewhere.
Sylvia is starring as Joan of Arc off-Broadway and dating her director. Let's talk about how when we were little and watching this, I didn't realize that was her on the poster outside of because of the wig. Because of the Joan of Arc wig.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's her.
Edward is her director, and he's the one she's dating. He was asked to direct a play in England and asked Sylvia to star in it, but she declines due to Mary's starting school. Sylvia continues struggling with cooking as they plan the weekly schedule.
Her cooking in this movie, I always kind of wanted to taste it. Like, it was very interesting looking.
Cake thing that she was making?
She makes something that, like, jiggles like Jell-O.
Yeah, I wanted it. Well, that's her liver mousse. That I did not want.
Now,
but this thing looked like a cornbread cake or something. Yeah. Good.
Some of the stuff I was like, ooh.
It just got stuck in the pan, like. So it didn't look pretty, but who cares? It still could have tasted fine. Yeah. Michael is thinking about his current relationship, and Sylvia's mother is coming into town. Sylvia explains that no matter what women say, they all want to be swept off their feet.
True.
So, yeah. Sylvia's mother brings many bags for a stopover trip and always gets names of the men wrong.
Yes.
Michael. Peter. Oh, yes. The biological one. Like, they're so weird.
She was obviously not pleased with this living situation
at
for
all.
Sylvia. But wouldn't you be so pleased that your daughter is so well taken care of and supported in the city? And
isn't like having to scrape and scramble all the time?
And honestly, I feel like Peter is footing the bill for almost everything.
100%.
Well, and Michael probably too. He probably makes it.
But I'm sure he doesn't make as much as Peter. Peter's designing buildings.
Architect,
and, skyscrapers and...
They can afford for Mary to go to this fancy
and
school.
To live in a brownstone in Manhattan.
In a brownstone in Manhattan. Yes.
Okay. So the men now wrap Mary to sleep instead of singing 50s
Yo, Mary!
Did you wash your face? Yo! Hey, Mary! Did you brush your teeth? Yo! Peter rehearses the scene for a play with Sylvia, and Sylvia kisses him. It's in the script. But there's a lot of romantic tension. Yes.
Ooh.
It's like, what'd you do that for?
She says, what'd you do that for? It's here. It's in the script.
No, she kisses him, and it's in the script.
Oh, and he said, what'd you do that for?
No, it says he kisses her. Mm-hmm.
The correction.
Yes. Yeah. Michael canoodles with the girl while Mary is home after they just got done telling the school that there's never any girls when Mary's and Sylvia's mother tells her that she needs a husband, and something keeps Sylvia from saying yes to Edward for marriage despite him proposing. Because
he's a jerk.
Yeah. Mother says that because she's hung up on Peter and that he'll never commit.
Which is the first time we kind of... I shouldn't say the first time because we see that little moment between them rehearsing, but it's like it's never really addressed that like Peter kind of and her have this tension.
Yeah.
But you didn't see it any time before this, so it's kind of weird.
At the end of the old movie, they had just met.
Yeah, but that wasn't in the montage. I feel like they should have put some like
or like grabbing a moving box,
something to hint a little bit that this was coming. Yeah.
Peter and Michael are unable to control Wild Mary, And they think it's just the tip of the iceberg. I'm like, you never had a kid act out before? She's 5.
I was gonna say, like,
my 2-year-old is a holy terror at night.
Well, it's like, it's right at bedtime. Like, yeah, she's had a long day. She's feisty.
Wound up, yeah.
This is normal behavior. And it's, everybody has those moments where it's like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna lose my mind. But they were like, it was like it never happened to them before. Yeah, it was an odd thing.
Sylvia comes home and asks the men how long they'll be able to live like they do. And she tells the men that she and Mary are confused. And Jack says he'll marry Sylvia. And she says no.
Rightfully so.
Yeah.
He's always trying to do the right thing. He tried to marry her in the first movie, too.
Well, he's trying to keep everybody together, too.
Yes.
Yeah. Sylvia says that she knows he doesn't love her romantically and warns that they all need to face change. Peter comes to the theater to see Sylvia alone and tells her he thinks she should get married and have more kids, but to be sure she picks the right guy and not rush into it. Peter reveals that he was married before and is interrupted by Edward. Because she was like, how do you know, Peter? And he's like, well, I was married. She's like, what? You never said in all these years? So men try to pick a friend to marry Sylvia.
Yeah, they're like, who can we hook her up with to marry her? Not just like take her out.
They're going through their Rolodex just like they used to with their women that they'd invite to parties. And it's like, well, what about this guy?
No.
We want some guy who's taller than Mary. Like,
well, it's always too, they're like in their 40s. It's like, if these guys aren't married yet, there's probably a reason.
Wrong, yeah.
I can see maybe that freshly divorced one.
They're probably supposed to be in their 30s, though. They just look, it's the 90s, so they look. Maybe. I think so.
Tom Selleck was like 45
I'm sure Tom Selleck was in his 40s, but I'm sure he was playing 38. like what did Jack, was it this movie or the last one when Jack's like, well, I've been told I can play anywhere between. Okay, never mind.
Yes.
Edward and Sylvia are out, and they try and discussing marriage and children, and Sylvia finally agrees to marry Edward.
Ew, he's not even cute.
No, he's horrendous. Sylvia tells the men the next day and reveals that they're moving and will be married in England because she's also doing this play with him.
Yeah, so like, let me just uproot everybody's
my child
lives.
After we just got her into a private school.
She was just about to not marry this man because her kids, or not go, not
travel to go.
To not travel for work, but I'll just marry him instead. Yeah. And then it's okay to uproot her life.
Sylvia is awful in this movie.
Well, it's like, why? She's like acting like you need to be married. Like, she didn't even really date this guy for very long. No. It didn't seem.
It didn't seem like it. It seemed like very casual.
Yeah, and then it's like, oh, we're getting married.
No.
And immediately.
I wanted to. Sylvia was driving me nuts this entire movie.
How did they plan that so quickly, too?
Mm-hmm.
It was like a big to-do in England.
She asks for support from the devastated men, and Peter takes Mary out and tries to help her get excited about the move and teaches her to imagine them all together. Yeah,
whenever
so
she's sad.
Edward comes to visit with a present for Mary and is schmoozing all 3 men. He reveals that he got Mary a horse in England, and Jack calls Edward Ed. And you don't mind if I call you Ed, do you? No. And Peter sees through Edward's act, and Sylvia's big mad.
Peter is completely over Edward.
And he calls him, well, he's the only one speaking any sense, too. He's like,
true.
You can't just buy her love, you know, like, this is how...
this isn't how kids work. You can't just buy her a horse and act like it's going to be okay. And then, like, Sylvia's so mad at him.
She's so mad at him. She's like...
his delivery's a little harsh
but,
at times.
Girl, come on, this is your kid. Like...
She don't care.
No, she don't care. She's terrible. Terrible!
She needs a husband! That's the only thing Mary needs. A father. A true father.
She got 3. She good.
Here's number 4.
Yeah.
Coming on in.
After Edward leaves, Sylvia scolds him for his behavior. I put he was right in parentheses.
Yes, she was scolding Peter. She was...
Because you bruised ego! And I'm like, whoa, lady.
Yeah, she was...
Like
I mean, it was very well acted.
It was.
She was like crying, but mad. Like, it was, not great. Correct.
Sylvia slaps Peter when he says, at least he didn't leave his baby on a doorstep. She was, all right, that was a little low.
Ouch. A little low to leave the baby on a doorstep and then call her out for it.
But she was wrong for it.
Yes.
After Sylvia accuses him of being selfish, he's like, I'm selfish. I didn't leave my baby on a doorstep. And she was I'm like, ooh. Michael worries that Peter and Sylvia hate each other, and Jack says he still loves the first woman who hit him, so...
play his mom.
Jack explains to Mary that he has strong connection with her doll Sabrina, and so it's like he'll be in England with her because Sabrina is going with them.
A little weird, but yeah.
Yeah. Next day, Sylvia and Mary leave.
This is like 3 days later. Like, we're getting married. Bye!
Jack won't be able to watch Sylvia get married due to filming and feels it would be like watching their family end, so he does not go.
Doesn't want to go to the wedding.
The men decide to throw a party like they used to, which is fully catered. All miss Mary and accidentally play the Rubber Ducky song on the thing and just keep it playing rather than change it because everybody's just like, what? And I'm like, it's a tape.
Like just push to the
or
next,
a CD, whatever. Yeah.
I love that part as a kid though. Like we used to watch this when we were kids.
Yeah, this is the one we watched all the time when we were kids.
Yeah, and I love that part.
I did too, but I don't get like what was the big like. How dare they?
It's like they know they've been living with this child for the past 5 years. Like you've had some sort of contact if you're still calling each other to come party. Like you know the situation, and none of these people have kids.
Yeah,
nobody in their friend group had children.
Well, remember some of the guys couldn't make it because his kids all had the chicken pox.
True. So the ones that were parents didn't come.
Yeah,
it was just the
single people.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So, Sylvia's cooking poorly in England as men feel they should be there with Mary. That's where your liverwurst and poached eggs.
Yeah.
I did want the poached eggs.
Yeah. And Edward was like, oh.
Yeah. Whoever taught you to hold your teacup like that? And you see, like...
Oh, yeah. And then who's holding it? I think it's Jack. It's Jack holding it like that.
She's not holding it by the handle. Yeah. Try it, Edward. You'll like it. Peter and Michael go to Mary in her castle for the wedding. And
they're like, let's just go. Yeah. Let's do it.
Yeah, so they go, and they're living in like a castle. I guess Edward comes from money.
Yeah, so, and they had to like drive. They had to rent a car.
They flew there and then rented a car.
Yeah, and it's a tiny little car.
It was the last one that they had. They're driving on the left side of the road.
Through the countryside. Yeah. Peter's not doing a good job
discussing
staying on the left.
Vitamins and schedules. And what they don't like about England.
Mm-hmm.
They get stuck in a sheep herd and are lost. But both men go as a surprise, and the butler leads them to the engagement party when they finally arrive in the garden. And the butler shows them the guest room, but is elderly and confused about the water closet.
So I remember being kids, like we had this on VHS, and we would fast forward to England. Like the beginning, like I remember doing that at least. Wow. Like I thought the England part was more exciting.
Oh, really?
Like I used to love when they would get there. It was like,
okay. I didn't remember that. Peter meets the headmistress of a girls' school at the dinner and is taken with Peter. She is taken with Peter.
In their tuxedos, by the way.
Yeah.
They overdressed.
Yeah, because Michael said that they needed to really dress up, and then you get there and everybody else is wearing like,
and they're like, we look like idiots.
Yeah. Edward says that Peter likes her and that she must be direct with him.
Mm-hmm. So Edward is on Peter,
and he's trying to crisscross and like get this girl from this school that he knows. Like she's the headmistress, and she's like a friend, so that's why she's there. But she's trying to get her onto Peter's radar so that Peter loses interest in Sylvia.
But if you're trying to have him not figure out that you want Mary to go to the school, why would you hook him up with
spoilers?
Her?
We didn't get there yet. Spoilers. It's been what,
everyone.
35 years.
If you haven't seen it yet, this might already be spoiled for you.
Peter tries to talk to Sylvia and apologizes for what he said in New York City about leaving the baby on the
about being on
and Sylvia is pulled away again with wedding duties. Jack
planning this huge wedding in a day and a half.
Yeah, essentially.
From across the country it started.
Jack calls and Michael says that Mary misses him and all of them, and that Jack should be there. And Jack claims he can't get away. Elsbeth is the headmistress lady.
Yes.
And
I always thought she looked like Molly Ringwald. Really? Yeah. That's what I was always reminded of Molly Ringwald.
Molly Ringwald.
It's the lady from Super Mario
Super
Brothers.
Mario Brothers, who she's all dolled up in that movie. This she's made to look all frumpy and.
But like I'm picturing not Molly Ringwald. It's the wrong name. From SNL.
Oh. Molly Shannon.
Molly Shannon. That's
yeah.
who
Okay, I can see that a little bit more.
Sorry,
So I'm like
misspoke.
Molly Ringwald.
Like the superstar as that.
Yeah, as the character.
Yes.
I could see that.
That's what I always pictured.
Okay. So Elsbeth lets it slip to Peter that Mary would be a great addition to her school eventually and invites Peter to visit the school, but he declines because he's like, oh, she wouldn't go to a boarding school. Like, why are you even... We wouldn't consider that. And blah, blah, blah.
You ain't involved anymore, sir.
Peter... But here's the thing. Here's my beef with this. So they leave and go to another country and Jack doesn't get a say in anything. He's the biological father. Like,
exactly.
Pull some freaking rank, dude. Like,
it was going to be the same in the first one, though, too.
Yeah, she was just going to go and make all the
decisions.
Like, okay, bye. Yeah, like, I'll send you a card at Christmas. Peter explains that he's very confused and ponders why he can't tell a woman he's attracted to her, and Elsbeth thinks he's talking about her and recommends that Peter tell the woman and be upfront with it.
Uh-huh.
That's when they were looking out the window, right? And it's just like she keeps saying like really goofy things,
innuendos,
like, but not on purpose. You could tell, like not as great as your mighty erections.
I think she did it on purpose.
I don't think
he told her.
I think she's just being British, though.
No, but I think because Edward told her like you gotta
maybe.
really go for it. So that's what she was doing.
I don't know if she was all maybe. So, because like he's like watching them put the tent up in the backyard. She knows he's an architect. Mary and the butler play hot and cold and knock over a vase onto Edward's papers, and he flips out.
Oh my gosh.
Papers!
Yeah, let me leave all these important papers
Next
in the
hallway with water in it.
On the veranda, where they're like the hallway, like
it's one of those glorified teeny tiny tables in the hallway too, like it's
a buffet table, like a little thing,
and not a wide one. It's like a decorative one. Yeah.
Yes.
What
was on those papers?
Yeah, I want to know Mary's enrollment.
Her application to the girls' school.
Mary reveals Edward doesn't like her. He's always yelling at me.
I mean. You kind of deserve it sometimes,
but not for that.
Not for that.
And he did when Elsbeth was measuring Mary for her new clothes, and so they figure out that it's a school uniform. Mm-hmm. It's a jacket and a little patch right here.
Because Edward had told him like she'll go there in many years,
like not till she's 8 or 9.
Yeah, when she's older.
Which that's 3 years away, dude.
That's not that old to have him go just live away from you.
Peter and Michael go to visit the school and are informed that most girls enroll at age 8, but that they make exceptions for girls as young as 6 or 7. Yeah. The dormitory was once a hound kennel.
Yeah, she's like explaining this proudly.
I spent many a happy night.
Yes. Elbeth was a product of this school. Elsbeth. Sorry. Elizabeth.
Yeah. It's a very British name. Sylvia is having cold feet about the wedding, and Peter calls out Edward for sending Mary to the boarding school, and he denies that will happen for 5 to 6 years as a possibility. And of course, Sylvia just believes him.
She's like, Peter, you're crazy. Yeah. Stop it. You're just ruining everything for me.
Jack arrives as Peter asks Sylvia not to marry Edward, and she asks him to stay out of her life after the next day.
Ooh.
Yeah. Jack reveals that Peter was the glue that held the family together, and it prevented him from being honest about his feelings for Sylvia.
I think it means the bank account that held them together.
It really did.
Now a new bank account swept in, so Sylvia moved on.
Sylvia loves a good bank account. And that she's only marrying Edward because Peter never asked, and Peter is afraid of everyone getting hurt, including himself, but Jack encourages him to be honest. Peter says that Sylvia won't listen until he can prove that Edward is lying, and goes back to Pile 4th Academy to prove Mary is on the roster for the next term. So Elspeth catches him in her office because it's like midnight.
Yes, he breaks into the school at night.
And thinks that he's there for her. He finds the file and leaves through the window after keeping Elspeth at bay. We are children of La Luna.
He's like, no, we can't do
We're
this
creatures
now.
of the night. Oh, gentlemen. Dang it. She was very unhappy that he left.
Uh-huh.
Peter's rental car breaks down on the way back as Sylvia reveals that she's nervous again. Peter gets a ride with Elspeth to the wedding because she's on her way.
Yeah, she passes him en
walking.
route to the wedding.
And we'll explain. He calls Michael to stall the wedding until he gets there, and Elspeth is happy to help and horrified that Sylvia doesn't know Mary was to attend the school.
Yeah,
so she was right away like, what? Like,
she's like, I didn't realize that they weren't
that
together
she didn't
on
know
this
about
decision.
this. Yeah. She got
Elspeth is a very reasonable woman.
She is, and she got in his corner right away, and you got to respect her.
Yeah, and he admits her like that he loves Sylvia.
Yeah,
and she's like, we gotta get
you there. Yeah,
she immediately.
I was like Team Elspeth.
She's a cheerleader. Yes, we love it. We love a good Elspeth.
We love a good Elspeth. Yeah. So she crashes the car, and they must finish the trip on a motorcycle with a sidecar because she knows a shortcut, but there's something like a cow in the road or something. I don't remember.
Yeah, there was some sort of livestock, I think, and she had to veer
off,
and
and they
flying.
off. Yeah. So there was like the farmer lent them a motorcycle with a sidecar, so that's what they're driving.
Like goggles and all.
Michael intercepts the vicar, and Edward is informed that they are sending a replacement by the butler.
For years, I had no idea what vicar meant. I thought that was his name.
Oh, I thought, like,
I could see that. It's like Victor. Like, that's what I thought. Like, I remember being
and the mother-in-law, like Sylvia's mother's like, oh, it's England. You can't walk down the street without running into a vicar, you know? Like, like get another one, you know? Like, because she keeps trying to, like, get things moving. Oh, like she keeps, like, forgetting. Like, but what about this? Oh. Michael tells the vicar, takes the vicar to the wrong church accidentally. And he runs in, and it's a funeral, and he's running late, and he's like, dearly beloved, we are gathered here to
this joyous occasion. And
no, vicar, no!
And then everybody's looking at him like, he looks behind the casket there.
And then he just looks at Michael. I put Sylvia and Mary's dresses.
Oh my gosh. They get into a carriage, a horse-drawn carriage.
I loved their dresses when I was a kid.
They were gorgeous.
Yeah.
They still are. Like, you could still wear these today.
They look very much like British royalty.
Yes.
Like a Diana dress.
Yes.
I think
what they were going for.
I think that's what they were going for, too, because Sylvia's especially looked very much like what Princess Diana's dress.
Beautiful. Well, I was a flower girl in a wedding, and I had visions of getting Mary's dress, and mine was not poofy like Mary's, and I remember being disappointed.
I know.
I mean, it was still lovely, but
it was
it wasn't Mary's poof.
No. Yours came from Sears. I think so.
Probably.
So I was disappointed that they didn't have any in my size there. Yeah. Peter isn't there yet, so Mary is worried, but Sylvia says that someday she'll understand all of this. And Mary says, no, I don't think she will either. My mom's a crazy lunatic who makes poor decisions. I think that's what she's
that's what she's going to come to the conclusion of.
Mary says she understands how Peter loves Sylvia.
Boop, 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 boop.
Yep, and they just kind of are quiet.
And she's like,
yeah.
Shush it, girl.
Yeah. The butler tries to start a wave in the church. I'm starting a wave.
He is senile.
Yeah, they're trying to make him be like the comic relief, I think, but it's just like it's a little
sad.
Yeah. The new vicar arrives and gropes Sylvia's mother-in-law. Or Sylvia's mom.
Yes.
Yeah.
Which, do they explain how they get the new vicar?
No, they just said that he was sent.
He was sent by the current.
Yeah, the
vicar company.
Yeah, like the church or whatever.
The assigner of vicars.
Yeah. So, and he gropes Sylvia's mom on the way, like, well, we'll just start without him, because she's like, well, Peter and Michael aren't here yet. We'll just start without them, dear. But who will give me away? Oh. Like, that's like an easy thing. Just walk down by yourself.
Right.
Like,
but that was a thing back then.
I guess.
But
yeah.
Who was going to give her away? Peter?
Peter and Michael, I think.
Both of them.
At least one of them.
I thought she didn't want Peter to be there.
And they weren't supposed to be there. Remember?
This was...
Holes.
Yeah.
Holes.
Plot holes. We call it.
Yep. Okay. Yeah. So Sylvia has no one to give her away without Peter and Michael. The butler does instead, as no one knows where the men are.
So let's just have this random senile man walking down the aisle.
He doesn't know who he's giving away. Vicar flirts with Sylvia at the altar and bumbles through the service forgetting Sylvia's name. I knew a Sylvia once, but no, she's dead. Not you. Not you. And asks if he can call Edward Ed. Mary loses the ring, and Sylvia's mother offers up hers. Does anyone have a ring? Because we can't get married without a ring. Right?
It's a symbol.
Yeah.
It's all right. You can still sign the marriage license.
Yeah, exactly.
But it just, dearly beloved, like it's the most exaggerated thing to, we all gathered here today.
Peter and Elspeth nearly are at the church, and the vicar asks if anyone objects for a lengthy time and mistakes a hat for someone's head.
Oh, you in the back, dear.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Seventh from the left.
Oh, it's your hat. I thought you had your hand raised.
Who would have thought that a piece of, I forget what the word, like the formal word for like hat or headwear is. He's like, would have almost prevented you from getting married. And they're just like looking at each other like, what? Peter rams the fence with the motorcycle to get to the church because they can't find a way around this huge fence. Mm-hmm. The vicar pronounces them man and wife as Peter and Michael arrive with the vicar. All rush in and reveal that Edward lied to Sylvia, and he tries to make excuses why. I'm like, oh, you were just so stressed with all the wedding stuff. I'm like, the 3 days that you were planning the wedding?
3 days we planned this wedding, and, like, you were kind of helping, too. And also, like, this is my child.
Yeah.
That you're just going to
I love how Sylvia just, like, hands over control of Mary to anybody who will take it.
She's like, sure.
Yeah.
You have at it.
I've known you for 5 minutes. You wanna take my child for the next 2 weeks? Like,
But she's a little peeved at Edward. You can see it.
To me. You lied to Mary. Edward curses at Mary, which he does this a lot. Like, everything is just like he snaps at her all the time.
Yeah, he has no patience for Mary. And she wasn't even being like...
No, especially in the beginning of the movie, too. Like, most kids can be, like, a little snobby with a step-parent. She was not.
She was very polite
and
nice.
Welcoming.
It was like anytime she made a mistake, she'd drop something, she'd spill something. Like, he was like...
Yeah. And Peter punches him out after he swears at Mary. Go, Peter. Sylvia says that she's getting out. I'm getting out of here. Peter stops her and asks Sylvia to marry him, and she thinks it's for Mary, but Peter says no, it's for him. And did he make a big enough fool out of himself? He makes this whole speech about even if there was no Mary, he'd want her, and I don't know about that, but for Sylvia, who agrees and kisses him.
Which her whole family watching this must be like, what is happening? What is she doing?
And isn't it mostly Edward's people
it
there?
Probably is. Like, I don't know. They must be exhausted by her antics.
I'm sure. Because this is not the first time.
Well, and I'm sure they've all heard, like, she's been living in New York with 3 men.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sure her mom hasn't been nice about how she's describing her life.
Absolutely not. Edward slow claps.
With a smug little look on his face.
And reminds Sylvia that they are married.
We are married.
It's like that can never be undone.
It's called an annulment, honey. Happens pretty quickly.
Especially in that like Catholic type of church. Like it looked like a Catholic church. So like, and Jack reveals himself to be disguised as the substitute vicar.
He's peeling off.
And did successfully fool Sylvia because he was upset at the beginning because she said he could never fool her. And the whole time he's like, I could fool her. I could fool her. Like it just comes up a couple times, but like it's like. What is it? Dearly beloved, like something. Well, wait, what did he say? Yeah, wait, it was lousy acting, constipated. Well, in your face, pal. Because like at the beginning, like when Edward was schmoozing everybody, he said about how he really believed Jack was constipated. In that
this
commercial he
was
did.
Yeah. He was like, constipated, and he's peeling off prosthetic parts.
Face, pal. Oh, teeth. There you go.
He's like pulling off his ears.
And the mother-in-law's just standing there like, oh. I keep calling him mother-in-law. It's Jack. It would be Jack and mother-in-law. Yeah. Sylvia's
mother, yes.
Yeah. And, so that their wedding was no good because it was Jack who did it. The real vicar marries Sylvia and Peter as Trying to Catch a Star by Boy Meets Girl plays. Peter and Sylvia kiss to seal the marriage and walk out with Mary, who throws the bouquet, which is caught by a shocked Jack. And the song continues to the credits. Trying to catch a star is like trying to catch a star. So many people love, baby. It must be what you are. Do 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 do. Waiting for a star to fall. But yeah, so that's the end.
It's a beautiful sequel.
I love this movie.
It's so good.
It's
like
so bad. It's so
it
good.
goes right with the first one.
It
Though.
does.
Like there's not any hiccups. It doesn't
No.
seem disjointed in any way.
not at all.
Like it's they stand well together.
They do. Do you have any fun facts?
Leonard Nimoy did not direct this one. He directed the first one.
He was doing another project.
He was tied up with another project. I'm trying to think now.
All the scenes with Jack in them,
yes, I do.
were filmed in LA because he had a long planned family vacation.
His family vacation was happening.
So any Jack scene, and that's why like so much of the movie is without him or him on location because he had to be on this vacation.
But it doesn't seem weird for the story though either.
No, it doesn't. It seems like because
should've
he's
been
gone
that
for
way.
most of the first one too.
True. Yes.
So it makes
true.
sense.
Like this is again Peter and Michael trying to figure out a situation.
Yeah, without Jack.
I don't think they'd have too many though. Like
Sylvia's terrible. I can't, like, I loved her when I was a kid.
I loved her as a kid. Looking at her as an adult,
I'm like, girl, get it together. You have a child.
She is not standing well on her own.
No.
Not at all.
No. And I love the actress. Like, when she showed up in, like, the traveling pants and stuff, I was like, oh!
Yes, she's in the Sister of the Traveling Pants movie.
I was like, it's Sylvia!
I love her. Yes, and she's Southern in that one.
Yeah.
She's good with accents. I don't know what her real accent is.
Is she British?
Probably.
I don't know.
Why would they make her British otherwise? Like,
but she's in that Tim Allen show too, and I don't think she has any accent there. So maybe she isn't. I don't know what it is. Last Man Standing, is that it? I don't know. I don't watch it, but I've seen her in the commercials. Popular. Yeah. I don't know. Let us know. What ethnicity is Sylvia? Yeah. No, like I don't care about the show.
I care about the show. What's the show and where's she from? What's the dialect in real life?
But yeah.
Have you seen this movie?
We love this movie.
Do you love
I watched this
so
so much as a kid.
We really did.
So much.
I think a lot of it was the dresses in the end.
I think so. Which is a weird thing to be like watching a whole movie for, but it was the 90s.
It was the 90s. Well, it took me a long time as a kid like to figure out that Jack was the vicar, like as he was peeling
Me too.
off
I didn't know it. Yeah.
Things, I was like,
oh,
how did he do that?
Yeah,
like, I was very
didn't know
confused.
anything about stage makeup or anything. Yeah. Special effects.
Like, wow, he switched with that guy.
He switched with that guy. Yeah, I have no idea.
But I love that part. Now, like looking back at it, it's so funny.
Yeah, it is. It is. And Edward's so smart. I'm like, where does Edward go? Did he just walk out? Like,
I guess. And like his family's all there. Like nobody was like, oh no, you.
It doesn't look like anybody else
came to his rescue.
I know, or like
whatever.
Like think about Wedding Crashers. Like there's like 3 guys that jump up when Owen Wilson's like going to go punch. Like,
well, I mean, I wouldn't stand in Edward's corner either.
No,
I don't think he had too many friends.
Terrible. Terrible. Everybody's just on the bankroll.
Yes.
Well, we'll be here because he's paying us, but other than that,
they were all actors in his company.
Yeah, right. That's probably it. And that was the other thing. This was not a like stagnant play where they were going to have this like engagement of this play in England that he was doing. It was a traveling show in England.
So she's going to be traveling.
Why would you agree to that, Sylvia? Like, get your head out of your butt. This isn't summer stock.
Like, why he wanted to put her in boarding school. It probably would have been better for her, actually.
Yeah, because
be more solid for her than traveling around from town to
Sylvia!
town.
But we were all rooting for Peter in this. So.
Yeah. And Sylvia's children, we were rooting for her.
Yeah. Yeah.
Her terrible cooking.
I don't get it. I don't know. But we thank you for joining us.
Yes, thank you for joining us on this lovely episode.
Are you familiar with this movie? Do you like the first one better? Give us your thoughts. Have you ever seen this one?
Yeah, maybe you've just seen the first one.
Is it lost to time? Is it lost to time? I don't know. If you look below this video in the description, you'll have links to all of our social media. We are at Sisters and Ebert on Facebook and Instagram. Please come and follow us, like us, subscribe, all the good stuff on YouTube. Comment. If you just hit the URL and copy it like you're gonna share it, pretend you're gonna share it. It'll bump us up in the algorithm.
Give
us a little bump.
Yes.
You don't even have to share it. Just pretend you're gonna share it.
On our account last week, we shared that when we were kids and we were in Disney World, they had a whole section.
Because MGM Studios
had
a lot of the movie stuff.
Yes, so we were standing as children in front of this
Michael's
backdrop,
mural.
The cartoon of
Michael's
his mural.
Yes.
So go to our Facebook or Instagram and
you can see
a fun photo of us.
So it's a fun connection to both the films because we recognize that.
Yeah. Oh, it was a home video. It wasn't a photo. It was a video. So yes, go check it out.
But we thank you so much for joining us. You tell us what you like, and we'll see you next week at the movies.